I want to go ahead and say that if you haven't watched part 1 of this review video, make sure you go ahead and do so. RitKeep, thank you first and foremost for sending me this rack. In part 1 of this review, it was just a general overall product review, just giving the basic details of what this rack consists of. Now for this video, we're going to go a little bit further in depth and actually see what exercises can you do on this piece of equipment and how well this rack can hold up. What's up everyone, David here. Let's get straight into it. We got the Destroyer M10 Power Rack from RitKeep. Again, make sure you go ahead and check out part 1 before we go further in depth into part 2 right here. The workouts that could actually be done in this rack. Let's get straight into it. It's a power rack. What is probably the most common thing all of you are going to be doing on a 4x4 rack? You're going to be doing some squatting, you're going to be doing some benching. Both of them can be done perfectly on here. We got the J cups, we got the spotter arms. You got two choices. When you squat, this is where it's gonna be a little different for everyone. Some people, they face into the rack, some people they face out. Typically I'm used to facing this way when I squat. The only thing is, because this rack has a pulley system right here, there's not enough space between where the bar gets racked on this side and for me to actually stand right in front of this pulley. My head is going to be jammed up right against these dual rods. Because of that, I got my J cups set up on this side for squatting. No issue, this rack can hold up for sure. Now for bench press, all right, quick fix. Let's go ahead and remove the J cups from that side. Let's put them on here. And then after that, we already know some of us are a little shorter, so we got to go ahead and lower these little guys right here, the spotter arms. Slide your bench in, and I could go ahead and do bench presses in here. With bench pressing, this does not get in the way. No issue. It can go ahead and withstand some weight. You can go ahead and abuse this rack. It will hold up. When I'm squatting, I'm repping out 3 plates and I'm not setting it gently back into the J cups. When I'm benching, I go ahead and throw around 2 plates and I'm not being gentle when it's time to re-rack the weight. No big deal. Now, going further on top of that, let's go a little heavier. I like to do a lot of static holds, so really just overload and just get used to feeling that heavy weight on your body when you squat. 4 plates, racked it, no big issue. When it comes to bench press, 315, static hold, racked it, no issues. So as far as the big compound movements that you're going to be doing inside of the rack, utilizing the J cups, the spotter arms, the actual 4x4 posts, no issue whatsoever. Next, we got the pulley system. So much variety, so many different exercises. I mean, if you get a little creative, you can do anything you want with cables. Any muscle group you want to go ahead and utilize. We already went ahead and did quads with the squats. We already did chest with the bench press. What about a lot of those other muscle groups? Me personally, I like using a lot of cables for my back work, my back exercises. So right here, the cable up top, I can go ahead and use it for lat pull downs. Luckily, also got sent a handful of attachments, so for lat pull downs it makes sense. Go ahead and use the lat pull down bar. Really just pulling, great squeeze. I can go ahead and go heavy and load up the weight carriage. No budging whatsoever, nothing's breaking, bending, everything is holding up and I'm loading it up as heavy as I can. Now, another one of my favorite exercises that I really love to do are seated cable rows. Hence why there's a foot pad right here, and it is the perfect length. I'm lowering the pulley carriage all the way down here to this last hole setting. I'm loading up the weight on the weight carriage back there. I'm attaching this right here to the end of the cable and I'm rolling, I'm pulling, it's holding up, the rack isn't tipping over. Perfect. One of my favorite overall back exercises can be done. No issue whatsoever. Now, what's another great back exercise? T-bar rows. That's what this little guy is for. Right here, we got the landmine attachment. You can move it in any direction you want, 360-degree rotation. And what do we all know we need? When it comes to T-bar rows, you're not just grabbing onto the actual bar itself. You're also going to go ahead and grab onto a handle. So it comes with an attachment that you can go ahead and utilize on top of the bar. Just slide it in there and then boom, do your rows. Perfect. It can handle some weight. I went ahead and put 4 plates on the end of it, rode, attachment held up, landmine held up. And what's another great back exercise you can do? Pull-ups. Right here, we got 2 separate handles they can use. We got the traditional wide grip pull-ups right here. All right, good. But if you really want good lat development, lats, those big wings on your back that's going to give you that V taper, get your elbows from out here, bring them inwards. I'm talking about chin-ups, perfect, right here. Closer grip, pull up. And what I really like about these is that they're not neutral grip. It is not a traditional pull-up bar where your palms are facing outwards. They're actually angles. So a 45-degree angle, perfect. You get a deeper stretch in those lats. That's gonna help you out with your back development. Now, we keep talking about the back, and we already talked about the chest through big compound movements. But what about isolations? Compound movements, you're using multiple joints to get the weight from point A to point B. But with isolation movements, you're only using one joint at a time. So whether it only be your shoulder joint, whether it only be your elbow joint, there's plenty of exercises you can go ahead and do on here as well. Let's utilize some of the other attachments right here. We got the tricep push down attachment. All right, load it up. Boom, tricep isolation work. On top of that, if we want to go ahead and hit a little bit more of your chest, okay, luckily we have these attachments right here, separate handles. Put the cables in the highest setting, and then from right here, load up whatever weight you want. I've been doing a lot of cable flies, and it's been holding up. The squeeze you get in those pecs, oh my God. I mean, there's nothing beating it. Cable crossover is honestly one of my favorite chest exercises for chest isolation. What else can we do? It's not just about upper body, especially for you guys out there. I know many of you, yeah, we all want a bigger upper body. We want a big chest, wide shoulders, well-developed back. We gotta train those legs. We already talked about, we can do squats in here. It's holding up. But what about cables? What can we do for our legs that is specifically through the use of cables? What you can do is lower this all the way down here, stick with this handle, find a way to stick your leg in there, and then boom. You ever seen a couple of people doing this little guy right here? You can use the handles that they give you. Nothing wrong with that. But obviously it'll be a little bit more comfortable if you actually have some ankle straps or some ankle cuffs, however you want to call them, and do these little guys right here. Get whatever rep it is that you want on one side and go ahead and switch it off to the other side. And lastly, we got these little guys right here. So it should go without saying that if you're going to be using a power rack, you're probably going to be lifting weights. You're going to be using a barbell, and you're going to be using weight plates. But you know what? Occasionally there's a time and place where maybe we just have the preference of doing calisthenics, meaning body weight exercises alone. That's what these little guys are for. These right here, you can definitely use them for a multitude of different body weight exercises. If you have them down low like this, push-ups. Now, right here, you can get an even deeper stretch in those pecs because you can go lower. The floor is not there to stop you. If I want to go ahead and raise them up just a little higher, maybe even up to here. And again, there's so many different hold settings you can do, so much variety for not only the exercise itself, but also depending on how tall you are. And let's go ahead and flip it around right here. Boom. We got some body weight rows hitting that back. Again, a lot of exercises that you could be doing on these little guys. So there you have it, everyone. Just a lot of the exercises and a lot of workouts that I've been putting on this rack as of late, and they've all been holding up. No issue whatsoever with any of them. The only thing I would say is just be mindful of which direction you're facing when you're squatting. Other than that, everything else, for someone who has the goal of wanting to build muscle and build strength, specifically via squat, bench, and deadlift, oh, these right here, this rack holds up. Plenty of different exercises, plenty of variety, so many different functions, so many different attachments. Anything that you want to do, I guarantee this rack right here can get the job done. Highly, highly, highly recommend. So to wrap things up, RitKeep, thank you once again, not just for the barbell, not just for the bench, for the rack, but just for the opportunity to go ahead and collab again. I highly recommend it. I see no flaws with this, and I'm utilizing it every day. So hopefully you all enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you did, and also comment down below any other video suggestions you'd like to see me do, whether it be about mindset, motivation, nutrition, diets, workouts, programs, whatever it is. Comment it down below. I'd be more than happy to help y'all out. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any new videos, because remember, new videos on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, so don't miss out. And then Instagram and TikTok, same thing. Be sure to follow me on both accounts. I put all my links down in the description below. With that being said, I'll catch y'all next time.